Well, good morning to everyone, and welcome to Day of Dance. My name is Tom Wiley. I am on staff at Fry. I've been there about 7 years, and I'm happy to see everybody out here this morning. Hopefully we can teach you a little bit about cardiovascular disease and how you can try to prevent that. So like the slide says, it's your health, it's your life, and it's your responsibility to take care of your body. So, heart disease. It is the #1 cause of death, not just in men, but in women as well. It claims more lives each year than cancer, and it's responsible for 40% of deaths this year, and it is a preventable disease. You can take control of your own life and try to prevent this disease from shortening your lifespan. So what is cardiovascular disease? We call it hardening of the arteries, or atherosclerosis is the actual term for it. And atherosclerosis is a progressive process whereby, cholesterol particles collect up in the blood vessels in that first diagram there, and then your artery reacts to that over time, and plaque forms. And this is a slow, progressive process from cholesterol deposition and the body's reaction to that deposition. And that plaque this is going to sound kind of gross, but what it is pus. That's what it is. It is a progressive inflammatory response to that cholesterol. So what are the risk factors? Some of them you can't do anything about. So how old you are, the fact that you're a male, and the fact that you have bad genes, you can't impact that. But you notice that there's a lot more modifiable risk factors than there are non-modifiable risk factors. So diabetes, high blood pressure, smoking, exposure to secondhand smoke, obesity, poor diet, physical inactivity, and stress are all things that you can control in your life and try to prevent cardiovascular disease. This is the most preventable risk factor. This is the decision. You decide to smoke. And if you're a smoker, you really need to think about what you're doing. It lowers your good cholesterol. It has a direct toxic effect to the vessels. It makes your blood more likely to clot. And on average, it reduces your life by 10 years if you're a smoker. And I tell my patients all the time, you can help yourself more than I could ever help you if you could just quit smoking. So obesity is really what we're going to focus on during this talk, though. Obesity raises your risk for all of these problems: diabetes, high blood pressure, sleep apnea, heart rhythm problems, cancer, arthritis, depression. I mean, the list of problems goes on and on with obesity. If you are more than 20 pounds overweight, and we'll go over what that weight will be, you are much more likely to have cardiovascular disease. And there's several ways of measuring being overweight. There's your actual weight, but it also depends on the distribution. If your waist measures more than 35 inches for a woman or more than 40 inches for a man, you're considered obese. And if your body mass index is over 25, you're overweight. If it's over 30, you're obese. I put this in here to let you take a look and see where you stand. We all know how tall we are. We all know about what we weigh. And you can look up your height and your weight. If you're a 5'3" woman, your ideal body weight is 135. It should not exceed 135 pounds. That sounds extreme, but it's not. If your weight is 160, you're leaning toward obese, and if it's at a 170, you're obese. So if you're 5'3" and you weigh 170 pounds, you would be considered obese, and you dramatically increase your risk for all those problems I talked about earlier. For men, if you're 5'7", it's similarly, if your BMI is 30, you're obese, so that's 190 pounds, as best I can tell from here. So that's pretty strict. We've just become kind of adapted to everybody around us is heavy, so it's okay to be heavy, but it's not. And you see the Southeast is the worst actor. This is the percent of people that are obese by state, and the only state that's less than 20% in 2008 was Colorado. The Southeast, you can see, is very, very heavy. So what do you do? Well, there's several things you can do. You have to get active. So you have to burn more calories than you eat. And you have to make good choices. So if you look at the desserts that you could possibly eat, you know, some fresh apple, maybe dipped in a little bit of caramel, versus a piece of carrot cake, there's a huge difference. An apple has about 80 calories. A piece of carrot cake has about 500 calories. So you got to make good choices. So you also have to become physically active. You've got to burn calories. And it's very helpful to get on a treadmill or something that reports how many calories you're burning, because you may think you're burning a lot of calories when you're out there walking, and you are if you walk a long ways, but you know, it takes me personally on an elliptical trainer about 45 minutes to get to 500 calories. That's that piece of carrot cake. It puts that piece of carrot cake in a whole different light. So there's all kinds of things you can do. You can get into a walking program. If you like to dance, you can dance. You could join the Y, and you see all these people up here walking. That's what they're doing, burning calories, trying to maintain a healthy weight. Poor nutrition. It's not just the calories, it's what form the calories take. So bad fat, sugar, sodium, alcohol to excess, not enough fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, nuts and seeds, drinking sugared sodas. These are not good choices. So increase your vegetables, eat a low-fat, healthy diet, stay active, and you can try to dance your way to a healthy heart. Thank you very much.